She was my favorite mob wife.
I loved Alicia. I love Alicia. I love Alicia today. Like, I just feel like, and I love the fact that she didn't take on like the whole mob wives like persona, and like she's not living in that life now. Like, she completely changed her life. She's doing something different. She has a boutique. She does this. Like, I love her, and I think she's a fucking queen.
I love Alicia, but she was only on for one season. She was like the twin. She was Amber Marchese. She gave one season.
Yeah. But I loved it. Like, you could still remember her.
Of course. No,
you still remember her.
You can't forget her. Like, I'll never forget the twins on Jersey.
Never.
No, and I'm actually, I mean, I know her in the real world. I'm actually an Amber fan.
No, listen.
Wait, a lot of people say that, actually. I know someone that knows her, and they said the same thing.
She's wonderful.
Listen, Amber came in. She brought the husband. She did what she needed to do. She did her big one. She did it so well that they didn't need her to come back.
No, literally.
You know?
I'm sorry, and I love the twins, too. I do. I love Reno. We know Reno because of Ponte Vecchio, because of Brooklyn, like, and everything. Like, I love them.
Well, that's the thing. And the twins do not want to talk. Like, they have escaped my, if you're a housewife, you don't really escape behind the velvet rope. Eventually, you end up here. The twins just truly, like you say, they're like Drita. Like, they just don't want to talk. I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, let's just say related to Drita or the twins or whoever, like, is there something, because look, Drita don't want to talk about this ever. I mean, she's gone out. Like, how do you feel about that? I mean, it happens with scripted, like Tiffany Amber Thiessen. She won't do 90210 things when everyone else is doing. Yes, I have these really deep pop culture
I love
references, like Molly Ringwald wasn't in the Brat Pack movie. Like, so there's always one. Do you feel understandable or no, like, this is what made you?
I can't answer that question yet because I'm not in their position. Like, I don't know what it is to go on something, let it be bigger than who you are just as a human being, and then... But I feel like if you do put your life out there, talk about it, not talk about it. And if you're going to talk about it, you better monetize. You better make some money off of it.
See, I feel different because so for instance, like, my friend Carla doesn't want to talk about it. Like, she's just not about it. She has a completely different life.
Carla Facio.
Yeah, like, she lives in Florida. She has a totally different class of friends. She does different things. She's not, like, in that Mob Wives era anymore. Same thing with Alicia. Alicia moved. She has a different life. Like, she's doing her own thing, whatever.
Alicia to anyone else. That bitch is in a Rolls Royce. These hoes are in Honda.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know what?
Nice.
I am the type of person where, like, my mood, my energy, my, like, style, whatever, it changes like the winds. Like, I'm a Libra. I'm very indecisive. So I'm always whatever. Maybe one day I want to be a mob wife and I'm going to go on 6 seasons and whatever. And then all of a sudden, once that's done, I want it to die with me. So I don't want to, like, rehash it, dig up old skeletons and whatever. Like, I just want to move on and start a new phase of life.
Right. And I always say, and I really do mean this, like, if this podcast ever just went downhill and there was no monetization anymore at some point, like, I'd be gone. Like, I wouldn't be talking about housewives. Like, I would be gone. I would understand if I ran into someone and that's all they wanted to talk about, and we would have a nice 4-minute conversation. Yes.
You die out, you go away for 5 years, right? Someone says, all right, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you for free. Nah, I don't want to talk. I'll pay you $100,000 to talk. You're going to be singing like a fucking bird.
Honey, I would do...
All right?
I mean, yes.
So
I would, you could pay me less than...
Back to your 100%. Question, if there's a dollar sign involved, anyone's talking. Anyone's doing anything. But when there's no money involved, I get it. I get it.
I'm not like that. Like, Jen has asked me a million times to do reality TV, and I refuse to do it. I don't want to go on reality TV. I have no desire. I have no want. I don't want anyone to be in control of my character. I don't want anyone to do... I have no want or desire or need. And I don't care how much money is behind it. I could become a millionaire. I have no desire for it at all.
I just want the money. Like, sign me up, and, even though there's no money in the beginning, there's the potential, and I understand, really. Mm-hmm. Right, but you are smart in the sense that you will have, you don't control your image, you don't control the edit. I'm
just not even about that. And you know what? I like to live in peace. Like, I genuinely like peace. And I'm like, I can't deal with no, I'm good. Leave that to all of you. I'll stay behind the scenes.
Can't you see us on a show that's like Shahs of Sunset meets Mob Wives meets like Jersey Shore? A mixture, like take those
Shahs
shows.
You kind of had me at Shahs of Sunset.
Yeah, we could be the
group
East Coast.
of friend.
Rich kids of Beverly Hills.
Like
the
New
broke
York.
bitches of Staten Island.
Right, like, yes. Like Staten Island, Brooklyn,
And
like
let
with
me
the
tell you
5
something.
boroughs, a group of friends.
We were in LA. Me and Renee were in the lobby of our hotel, and guess who I met? Reza and Gigi.
That's random.
Gigi's so gorgeous in person, and Reza is so skinny and like handsome. But the show did not do justice for Gigi.
No.
Stunning in real life.
And she's lovely as a person.
Love, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so upset. I was running late
She was
as per
getting ready.
usual, and I missed them.
Gigi.
I missed them. I'm so upset.
No, I would agree. And I think also Mob Wives worked because, and then we could switch to Housewives, I think because like people are just intrigued by the mob. Like to me, I was scared watching Mob Wives, not scared for myself, but like the stakes were high.
Yeah.
Like you say this rumble on the roof, like at any point you're like, these women are going to just smack each other down. And it was great.
just went along.
And I also think, like you said, like people love that culture. Like, for as long as we could remember, I mean, there's Casino, there's Goodfellas, there's The Sopranos, like there's The Bronx Tale, there's all stuff like that. People were always enamored by this. So I think with a name like Mob Wives, it was inevitably going to do good.
Why do you think people are so enamored by it? Just because it's so foreign to them? Like, if you don't grow up around Renee and Jenn and go out and have an evening like this where Jen's going to get in the rumble, it's right.
I try to explain to everyone because, like, obviously people will say, well, you guys doing this podcast, the name, you're talking about Mob Wives, this and that. When you are in the bubble, it's very hard to, like, understand it. So it's like you kind of make fun of it. But when you think outside of the bubble, the people are so obsessed and enamored and like crazy about this stuff because these people in the Midwest,
right,
Texas, New Mexico, California even, this is something that they've never seen before. Right. These are people that they've never seen, like the voices, the way the way you dress, the way you act. So to us, it's like we see it every day. So it's like, it's hard to grasp that like our podcast may just end up blowing up with that name, but then at home everyone's like that the name is disrespectful. You're talking about the mob. No, we're not talking about the mob. It's gays and girls talking about reality TV.
Yeah, you cover
and we're rewatching Mob Wives. It's a TV show. We're not talking about the mob. So
why you've had pushback on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
What, from like people in
we've had
people? Yeah. Well, you know what? It's not even like in the like it's so like now it's like so estranged. Like nothing is like it used to be at all. But people that have nothing to do with it, quite frankly, still feel big and macho about it. Like, oh my God, why are they named the podcast that? Why would they do this? Why would they do? Shut up, tune in.
Yeah.
I used to, like, when I told Jenn in the beginning that, like, oh, there was chit chat and whatever, she's like, oh, I'm calling them, I'm saying this. I'm like, no, you're not. I go, because how fucking dumb are they going to feel when they watch the podcast and we're talking about what we ate for dinner last week and reality TV? People just love to hear the sound of their own voice.
We announced the name in March.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't think anything of the
It's been drama, bullshit, chit chat since March.
Welcome to podcasting.
I know.
Isn't it just...
You know what it is? Whenever you're doing something that other people want to do, they're going to have something to say because they don't have the balls to do it. They don't have the means to do it. They don't know how to do it. So whenever you make moves that other people wish they could, they're always going to want to talk.
Yeah.
But I will say you can agree or disagree.